Ladies and gentlemen, where would you rather be than right here with us, the Brilliantly Dumb Show? Bob, you got Joey D. You got Mikey V here today. Come on. Whoa, Joey D looking a little snazzy here today.
Bella Lugosi is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, really?
I just got out of the shower. I worked out this morning.
That is a Bella Lugosi hairline. He has classic gentleman's hair. Joe has classic gentleman's hair. He does. The hairline comes to the V point. It is classic. I mean, it is Bella Lugosi's hairline. It really is.
Back-to-back days with no hat, Joey D.
Well, I just got out of the shower. The hair was all wet. I just slicked it back. And by the way, to the kid who said I have hair like My Chemical Romance, I had to get a little bit on top of that because when I style my hair, it looks really nice.
You know, the thing
really
with
got
Joey
to
D,
him. Really got to him.
Yeah, the comments
I didn't
never
style
get
it.
to
I had
him.
gotten out of bed. Like,
look, it's Bella Lugosi, man. It really is Bella Lugosi. It is. And you talk about a classic actor.
You know what bothers me, though, Joe? I mean, part of what makes you so great is this, I don't give a shit mentality. I'm going to be who I am. And lately, the comments get to him lately, and that bothers me because that's not the Joey D we know and love.
I got out of bed. I literally got out of bed and did the podcast, and people anticipate that I get out of bed looking like I'm ready for the Hollywood Boulevard, like I'm ready to shoot. Like, that's not the way the world works.
We can't all be. Joe's, time and schedule's very demanding. He can't be ready like this. He needs time and makeup and wardrobe. People get used to it. Fucking used to it.
Joe, I would never wear it. I would never wear a hat if I were you. I really wouldn't.
Really?
Never. Come on, man.
A visor. I would wear a visor.
Now I've seen you've been filming some videos with no hat on lately. You're embracing the flock.
Well, no, I've had a good. I really have. I've had a good month hair wise, so I'm just kind of letting that run and letting it take me to. I would
1000% be a visor guy if I was Joe, because then you can have a little flair.
It's a win-win.
It's
a win-win.
It's not fair, really. Win-win. God has blessed him with
Mikey, you got the body of a Greek god. You're shredded, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, as I drink a beer. Yeah.
Fellas,
I'm about to eat $800 of Chinese food. But
whoa,
we got a lot to get into here. Okay, we got a lot to get into.
A lot to digest.
I'll start, and then we'll go with what happened last week, and then I will we'll do a Bobby Blockbuster segment. We'll do the buy or sell, the whole 9 yards. What Mikey V did this week to the top 5 in order to get himself the dinner and the free dinner is one of the sickest things I think I've ever seen. What he did was he manipulated from the get-go.
Manipulated?
He sure did. I mean, he forced people to go over to vote for him for the top 5. When you look at the top 5, he did propaganda. I mean, the push he made to win last week's top 5 was crazy. It was crazy.
It's a grassroots campaign, Bob.
It was absolutely. And he
won.
won.
With all due respect, he's got 64,000 followers. You have 460.
Yeah.
You could have done a live. You could have done something and asked your following to come in to save the day and pick up the flag and run to retreat for you. You didn't do it.
Do you know what?
Wouldn't have mattered.
You know what it was, Joey D?
Mikey, I think it would have.
I don't think it would have
done one of his lives.
I mean, if he pleaded for people to, I never pled for people to vote for me. I just said, you know what? I think you should vote for me. That's what I said.
Whoa, hold on. He never pled for people to vote for him.
I said you should vote for me. I never pled.
Can we please roll the clip of Bear Down on his story with the there were multiple stories that I just thought that my top 5 was so much better. I really did. There's times where I'm thinking, okay, my top 5 doesn't have a good chance. I thought it was so superior.
Bob,
you overestimated the quality of your top 5.
That's not true.
A little bit.
So bottom line is, Bear Down, you get the DoorDash dinner.
Yep.
Okay. With the DoorDash dinner, what are you thinking? I'd prefer if you were doing Postmates, but
I'm going Chinese, and there's no third party involved. It'll be a direct phone call to the restaurant for delivery from you, is what it'll be.
A restaurant still doing that?
Yeah, oh yeah. This is New Jersey. So yeah, it's gonna be Chinese. The overwhelming, so people are the listeners and the faithful are just they're a unique and special group of individuals. I was bombarded with replies for what should I order after winning the contest. Bombarded. The overwhelming majority was Chinese feast. And it just so happens we're recording on Sunday. What's today's date? The 22nd? Or no, what's today's date? Today is the 22nd.
Yeah.
Today happens to be Lunar New Year, which is the Chinese New Year. So in honor of that, in combination with the fact that the overwhelming response was for Chinese food, how appropriate that the feast today shall be a Chinese food feast. And that's what it'll be.
Wow. And by the way, you get a lot of food for $100 from a Chinese restaurant.
Now, this is a gourmet restaurant. But
oh.
Yes.
I mean, if it goes over a little bit, listen, this isn't the Price is Right. He's, pay the piper, Bob.
I'm curious to see. First off, that's sick. Second, I'm curious to see $100. Are you feeding the family, or is this just for you?
No, family.
Oh,
I'm curious to see the order that you put.
I was about to get bodied.
I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it over. I'd like you to order it on the pod. I'd like you to call the restaurant.
That's so sick.
While on the pod and order it.
What if
on
it
the
comes
pod
up to $150?
He probably will. He'll probably do that.
I can. Out of fairness of the bet, it was $100 bet. I can pay. I'll Venmo you the difference.
He's gonna, and you know what he's gonna do?
Off,
that's what he's gonna say. Yeah, that's what he's gonna say. It's exactly what he's gonna do. It's gonna be over $100.
By the way, I will say this. So I have never been more impressed with the little engine that could mentality out of the voice. I underestimated.
Wow, Joe.
I underestimated this group of people. They're like piranhas, Mikey.
They are.
You have yourself, like, legitimately, I think the only other army I've ever seen that like compares to this is the Jersey Jerry.
Yeah.
And you have yourself like a little like these guys are like ready to go to war for you.
They are. There's nobody like them. There's nobody like them. I'm telling you right now, man. They are as loyal as they come.
They're there.
They're as loyal as they come. The voiceless are as loyal as they come. Plain and simple.
I will say, Joe, to piggyback off your point, the last we've seen was Jersey Jerry, where you just don't mess with his arm. You just don't upset his people.
No, you don't.
It is very reminiscent of what's going on with this whole Bear Down army. It's starting to look a lot like Jerry does.
Bob, you might be getting some overlap of Jersey Jerry and voiceless combined.
I
tell you what, if we ever join forces, forget it. We could take over. We could take over the Western Hemisphere if we ever join forces. Forget it. These people will go to bat. Will go to death. Will go to bat for me every single day of the week. It's actually sick. Like today, when I put out that thing that Joe was busting my balls about how I fucked up one post and I said that Dallas was playing at San Francisco was playing at Dallas. I got it mixed around. I said, I really need an assistant because I worked on these picks for like almost 2 hours before I put that post up. But I can't but the point of it is I can't tell you how many people DM'd me and was like, Bear Down, I will quit my job tomorrow to come and be your assistant. I swear to God.
These
people are
let me get this straight,
unbelievable, bro.
You need an assistant to remind you whether Dallas is playing at home.
Well, that was the whole point. It was such a major oversight for something that I spent so much time on. Like, how could I have done that? You know what I mean? Like, I felt like this was a bad play by me.
Now,
but good for them.
Your only subs picks are doing very, very well. Yeah, they really are. They're doing very well. You know what I will say though that actually bothered me from last week, because I bear down straight picks too. You know, his prize picks, fingers always on the pulse. I speak very, very highly on Bear Down's ability to handicap. I really do. But what really bothered me last week, because he totally fell for the one, the football, it's such a week-to-week league and people just overhype things. Bear Down fell hook, line, and sinker for the whole Giants phenomenon after they won last week. Mikey, did you not? What really bothered me, because there's no way you believe that.
What I said. Yeah. No, I
say that this team could win the Super Bowl was crazy. It's unlike
I said I could see it happening because I thought they had the same type of formula. I thought they had an elite defensive line, which got absolutely shredded yesterday, which I'm going to tell you something right now. This Kayvon Thibodeau, do yourself a favor, number 5. No disrespect, but all the parading around and all the talk and all this and that, the stats don't really back it up, bro. Like, your pressures and stuff. Yeah, he's very good, but you know what? Where was he last night? He was just throwing his hands up in the air. I think Dexter Lawrence is a guy, personally for me, Dexter Lawrence is a dog. I think but Philly did an excellent job last night. It was a wake-up call for the Giants, but I think the Giants are going in the right direction. I don't think you could say anything about that head coach. I think he's phenomenal.
No, he's great. He's great.
It's just the Giants are going to have a lot of decisions now. Are you going to pay Saquon Barkley? Are you going to pay Daniel Jones? I think you have to pay Daniel Jones now. Well, yeah, but it's harder to find a quarterback than a running back, Joe. It's harder to find a quarterback, and do they have something in Daniel Jones? I thought he did well. His receivers were terrible. Let's be honest. His best receivers, Darius Slayton, or this guy Hodgins, or these people, Richie James. I never even heard of these guys. I heard of Slayton.
He needs good receivers.
But he does. Not to bash the guy, but I think they're going to fall into like a Ryan Tannehill thing where, they have a good run into the playoffs.
Yep.
You think Tannehill's the guy, and nothing wrong with Daniel Jones, but do you really think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback? Do you really think he's that? I'm not saying he's bad.
I don't know. I'd have to see him in another couple of years with Daboll's system, and I'd have to see him with some legitimate talent on the edges. It's kind of like the Bears situation in terms of who he's throwing the ball to. He's throwing the ball to guys who should be working at Walmart. I mean, I want to see him with real players, but regardless, I did hype the Giants up last week. I am constantly exposed to the New York media, so a lot of it is the influence of people pissing in my ear about how good Giants are, the Giants this, the Giants that. But I did not bet the Giants last night. The only bet I took last night was a straight play of the Giants scoring more than 2.5 points in the first quarter, which, by the way, they crossed midfield on the first drive, and then the play calling was just absurd. It was absurd.
Joey D really did stick true to like a good gambling hiatus. He really did. I mean, there was times he went to the national championship game. He got Joey D slung in an absolute.
All right. Can we relax?
This guy put in an absolute. He went on a hiatus, and he really did good. I mean,
I did 2 weeks.
He did 3 weeks.
I'm on
now, Joe, the bomb is on the Bills today, right?
The fucking
it's Bills minus 5. Hey, look, here's the thing, Bob. Josh Allen's my guy. He's our guy, friend of the pod. If I'm going down swinging, I'm going down swinging with the guy in my corner. And that's the bottom line. And this is a guy that I want to see win a Super Bowl. And it's their time. I really think so.
I tell you, I love both of these. First of all, today's slate on paper blows yesterday's slate out of the water. Blows it out of the water. The two biggest spreads of the week were yesterday. Obviously with the Jaguars Chiefs, the biggest spread on the board. And then the second biggest being the Eagles Giants. Today's games, I love both these quarterbacks in the AFC game. I don't want to see either of them lose. I love Burrow and I love Josh Allen, obviously. And then you got Cowboys Niners, which is number one. That's a classic old school matchup of 90s powerhouses anyway, in the 80s. But this slate today is going to be special. I'm so excited to watch these games with free Chinese food as well. That's just a bonus, the cherry on top. But these games today are going to be fucking special. Both of them, I think both games are going to be really good. The weather in Buffalo, you're going to get snow. It's supposed to snow. It's going to be epic.
Mikey
game.
V, can you do me a favor? I think it is best for the pod. I'd love at the end, because I want to see what you do with that order. You got $100 to work with. I want to see what you do with that order.
Okay.
Can you call that in at the near the end of the show?
You want me to call it in?
I think it's best if you call it in.
How am I going to do that?
You call it in.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
I'll Venmo.
You want me to put it on? Oh, you want to Venmo back?
Okay. Yes, that's no problem. Yes,
no problem. Yep, that's it. No problem. Yeah, I'll do that at the end.
That's exactly Joey D. We head over to you.
I'd be remiss if I didn't bring this up because I think it needs to be discussed. And it was something that happened this week. Our dear friend, Mikey V. I mean, this guy he's built different, Bob. He's built different. Went on Twitter and tweeted after the Ryan Clark somehow tweets that he had just watched Scent of a Woman. And Mikey V then anticipates, because he watched a critically acclaimed movie that he is indeed a friend of the pod, responds and retweets back to Ryan Clark.
So bad.
By any chance, was it because you watched the Brilliantly Dumb show?
So bad.
Please put the tweet up. Ryan Clark body bags him, Bob. Like,
no, he
absolutely.
Didn't. No, he didn't.
Bodies him.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't.
Joe, thank God, because you know what? I think I would have forgot it, and I would have been so upset if I did.
Bob, can you finish explaining what happened?
It's not that he body
This is
bagged
another
him.
pretzel job.
It's the fact that he got the answer that he did not want and he was not looking for.
I didn't expect any answer. I didn't expect any answer.
What was the answer, Bob? What did
Ryan
he say?
Clark. Now, mind you, Ryan did DM me, and we could tell that he saw the buy or sell segment because he thanked me for the kind words.
So he did watch the pod episode in which Scent of the Woman was Bobby Blockbusters. Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? Just say fact or fiction. Fact or fiction? Thank you. Thank you. It's not fact or fiction. Thank you. Okay. Next point. Go ahead, Bob.
All right. Ryan Clark, mind you guys recommended Scent of a Woman. Ryan Clark tweets, Al Pacino just told Charlie his plan on Scent of a Woman. This movie is dope. And yes, this is the first time I've seen it. Now, Mikey V can't let it go. He can't.
Well, no, I don't have a problem with this. This makes sense to me.
So Mikey V tweets back to Clark in response to that tweet and goes, Ryan, please let me know honestly, was the reason for watching this film due to the Bobby Blockbusters segment on the Brilliantly Dumb Show?
Fair question.
That is fair.
The people need to know. I'll hang up and listen. So Clark responds just a few minutes later and just bodies him, just goes, no. I watched Malcolm X and wondered who beat Denzel out for the Oscar.
Okay,
it was Pacino.
tough spot for Denzel. I don't think that's a body bagging.
This would have been
the body bagging would have been this. The body bagging would have been this. The body bagging would have been simply no response whatsoever. That would have been a stone wall.
No,
that would have been a stone wall. And by the way, when I respond back to that, he then likes the tweet about him coming onto the show potentially. He likes the tweet. Sort of stonewall that as well. Mikey V, he doesn't owe me anything. Ryan Clark doesn't owe me anything.
Up until this point, I have no issue. Issue with what Mikey V did.
But is it fair to say that was not the response, A, that you expected, and B, that you wanted?
I didn't expect any response, Bob. I didn't expect any
Mikey V, you even said in our group chat.
Come on, Mikey, you can't say that. You did.
I didn't expect Ryan Clark to reply to me. Good for him doing it. He's a man of the people, obviously, but what the hell?
But I think we all wanted Ryan Clark to say yes, that it was. So I think we can all
100%. I wish that was. Now, I still think he might have, but he's got to save face.
So we're going to have to. Yeah.
That's fine. And maybe he's listening right now. Ryan, we'd love to have you.
I would love Ryan Clark.
I wish I could say what Mikey V actually said. That would be.
I said I'm a huge Ryan Clark fan.
Up until this point, I have no issue with what you said. Okay. Where you're at fault is you come back after that tweet and you double down.
Let it go.
I'm a gambling man.
Let it go. Read the tweet, Joey D.
You have it. You read it. You read it.
I'll fucking read. You want me to read it? I'll read it.
Yeah. Read it. You got at that point. When he sends back that tweet, you gotta back off.
Yes.
You gotta back off. That's it.
Yeah.
But this guy can't let it go.
No.
He can't. It's not in his DNA. He's got to dig deeper.
It is not. And that's why I love our dear friend Mikey V.
Yeah.
He's just cut from a different jib.
Now, I will say, I really do think we could get Ryan on the pod. And I'd love to have. I really, really am fine.
I would love to ask him about his thoughts on the tweets. If
I would too. It'd be the first topic for sure.
And you know what? I would say if we ever did get him on the pod, I would have to give our dear friend Mikey V a lot of credit for being instrumental in getting him on.
Right. That's correct.
I don't know. I think I'm doing a lot of the legwork there.
You've done a lot of legwork, but Bob, you can't ignore the significance of tweeting at a guy. He tweets back thinking it's done, and then Mikey V doubles down.
Look, I don't.
I can't find the thing where I said anxiously waiting because I know that's the one you want me to.
That was the one. Yeah,
I can't find it. I can't find it.
Okay. I got you. Want me to read it?
Go ahead.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Clark says that, and then Mikey V responds. Now, I think we're watching this go down. I'm thinking, okay, that's the end of it. He's not going to respond.
Right.
And Mikey V does, at the real Ryan Clark 25, we at the Brilliantly Dumb Show appreciate the shit out of your craft and your honest response. Fair. As such, we invite you onto the show at your next earliest convenience to talk movies, the NFL, food, and other critical topics of import. Anxiously awaiting your reply, cuz.
I think that's fair. I think that was eloquent and fair.
Very nice to him. I just thought at that point, it's over. You know
Why
what
is
I
it
mean?
over? Why is it over?
I
I'm not
just
gonna.
think-
I mean, I'm not gonna bug him. I'm not gonna DM. It's not like I'm
Like
DMing the
going and
guy.
asking the girl at a school dance to
Here we
dance
go.
with you. She
Here we
doesn't
go.
dance with you, and then you double down and ask her the next song to dance again.
I'm not a quitter, Joe. I'm not a quitter. I wasn't
I mean,
raised to be a quitter.
rejection is best served cold, Mikey V.
Hey, listen, I'm working on a couple appearances. I'm working. I got a legit Ryan Clark hook, by the way. I got a legit hook with Clark, and I might be working on a Glenny Balls appearance. Me and him have made.
all right.
Mikey V.
All right.
I really would
I
like to
gotta
ask
say,
him some in-depth
No
questions.
one is more
about the,
dedicated to
porn
the pod
stars.
than Mikey V. There
100%.
really is not, and I appreciate the living hell. We bust your chops, but we do appreciate that you're out there grinding. You're in the trenches.
Well,
Thanks,
look,
Joe.
look, Mike.
I appreciate that. I'm the
All
little
right.
engine that could, right, Joe?
You really are. Thomas the tugboat.
It's Thomas the Train, you fucking idiot.
Thomas the tugboat.
It's Thomas
All
the
right.
Train, Joe, not Thomas the Tugboat.
All right.
The train.
All right. All right. Let's get. But that's what Joe does. Joe always does it to work.
Thomas the Tugboat. Thomas
He
the
tries to
Tugboat.
give you a compliment, and from the bottom of his heart, he's really trying to give you a
I
compliment.
was
It
being
comes out
nice.
so
but
bad.
he backhands the
Yeah.
fuck out of you while he does it. You know, Mikey V, the little
You know,
engine
Mikey
that-
V, he tried so hard, his little following that he has on Instagram. God bless his heart, you know, it's very cute what he does on there.
No,
you know,
this-
you
want
God
to
bless
talk
him.
pretzel
God bless
jobs?
him,
Let's
but-
talk pretzel. That's a pretzel. I was opening up as a man and giving you kudos. That's all.
I appreciate it. I
We love
in
it,
all
Joey
sincerity,
D.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
I really, Joe, I
hey,
do.
hey.
And you
Let's
look
clap-
great. You
Let's
look
clap
great.
it up. Let's clap it up. Come on, Joey D. Put those hands together. Good episode.
Give me those big paws, Big Bear.
Keep it up, boys.
All right,
Keep it up.
Bob. The pressing matter at hand.
Folks, our next sponsor is a sponsor that I just so happen to use and take every single day, a product that I use and take every single day, Athletic Greens. You cannot go wrong when you're taking Athletic Greens. I wanted better mental health, physical health, gut health, and that is exactly what Athletic Greens does. You cannot go wrong when you go Athletic Greens. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you are absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. You can't go wrong. It starts your day right. I do it. I take one scoop of the Athletic Greens, down it with the water, and I am good to go. Mentally, I feel great. Physically, I feel great. After a workout, I use it, and it is absolutely terrific. Now, to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/dumb. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/dumb. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. Do it with Athletic Greens. You can't go wrong.
Bobby
into it.
Blockbusters. I need desperately, Mikey V. We desperately need to
need a
get
winner.
on the board here.
Yeah, we do.
Here's what I do
I'm scared
want
to ask. What did you think of Equalizer?
before I even go into, I do want to just address a comment that I saw that actually bothered me, Joe, is somebody said, oh, this has got to be a bit in regards to the movies. It is
not.
the furthest thing.
It's not.
I'm not proud of the fact that I'm on the outside of every movie joke, that I'm not a movie. It's not something I'm proud of. With that being said, in regards to the movies, it is such a rare taste in what I like that I got to call it like I see it. With that being said, let's get into Equalizer, okay, which I saw, I think the day after you guys recommended to me. My honest take, honest to God, in the beginning through the middle of it, I was hooked. I was in. Then I fell asleep, and I came back to watch the.
You're the
No, it
first
was late
person in the history of mankind falls asleep in the middle of the Equalizer.
It was late at night, by the way, when I watched it. I knew I was going to go back. That's what I've done with most of
these. He's
these.
watching like fucking Gone with the Wind or something. You fall asleep during the Equalizer. What the fuck, man?
So
Go ahead. Sorry.
I went all the way through the middle, and I'm like, this is they nailed it. Like it's right up my alley.
Wow.
It was awesome. I love Denzel Washington.
Yeah, he's great.
As the movie goes on, it gets so unrealistic. And so, like, when they're in the warehouse and they're firing stuff through cans of paint and he's just killing it just got so unrealistic to the point of where, and then all of a sudden he's in Russia and finds a way into the guy's bathroom to kill. It just is like, at what point is it like, come on? So in the middle of it,
I tell you what, though.
I
tell you what,
there,
I think maybe we found something though. I think we found something,
but
Joe.
now we got to
maybe we press the Denzel.
We got to add another stipulation now is we need another factor is realism for Bob to enjoy the movie. I mean,
I think I have one.
But Joe, am I wrong? Does it not get a little like, and then he meets the guy at the restaurant and all of a sudden he just kills the guy in the bathroom and said that he's gone. Like it's like, come on.
I think I have the one. I really do.
But
I think I have the one. No, it gets unreal. The Russia part is absurd at the end.
It's absurd.
No question about it.
Okay.
Now the warehouse thing, I mean, he's especially trained. He's supposed to be the most highly specially trained government agent. So I mean, it is what it is. I think I have the movie because I think it doesn't get unrealistic and the way it goes. Now maybe he's seen it already, and it's a Denzel film. And Joe, I think you'll agree. Ethan Hawke, Denzel Washington.
He's seen
Training Day.
Love Training Day.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I like Training Day a lot.
I knew it.
I like
I have a movie that I think Bob would like.
Okay.
And it's a little bit on the unrealistic side. Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
Wait, I've told you that I've seen that, Joey D. I've told you 10. You have recommended
Limitless with Bradley Cooper. Limitless.
Joe, you have recommended that movie 10 times to me, and I've told you all 10 times I have seen Limitless. How many times are we?
You were so excited to say it too.
Limitless.
Well, what about the movie, the Mikey V, that you wanted to do last time, Snatch?
No, he's never going to go for that. He's just not a guy who could sit through a Guy Ritchie movie. He can't. I don't think he can. And the accents, he'll be complaining about the accents. Now he had to put it on fucking closed captions and shit.
Oh, so
I think I got one. I think I have a good one.
You guys 0 for 5 now?
How about
wait? So your Equalizer's no? It's a no.
The end of it was so. The end of it. It was too much.
So what does it get on the Bobby Bagel scale?
It's a 5.
Someone put out on Twitter the Bobby Bagel scale.
Same number as
5
Jurassic
out of 10
Park.
bagels.
5 out of 10 bagels.
Okay.
5 out of 10 bagels.
Yo, what about this comedy classic with two of the funniest guys to ever grace the face of the earth? One of them no longer with us. Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, The Birdcage.
I have not seen that.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, you guys got to come in together on one. Look, outside of The Godfather, because I get The Godfather's me. I think you guys have done an atrocious job. I really
give me a break. You are the hardest. You're like trying to pick somebody. You're like the Russian judge at the ice skating.
How about Terminator 2, Judgment Day?
He won't go for it. It's not realistic enough.
I wouldn't be excited about that. No,
it's not supposed to be.
Bob, have you watched Independence Day?
That's not realistic either.
No.
But it's about our country.
I do like our country. Yeah, I do like our country.
I do like our
good
country.
Movie.
That's a good response.
Or I have one, The Usual Suspects.
That's a good one. I don't think
you love it though. I mean, I want you guys to love it. I want it to be.
The problem is, Bob, there's so many movies people keep suggesting that you've seen already. People like Shawshank Redemption, he's seen it.
Great.
Forrest Gump, he's seen it. Training Day, he's seen it. Limitless, he's seen it. Like there's so many movies that I would recommend, but your sample size is so small.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's like if you were trying to buy a car, it'd be like one make in the world that you would actually enjoy buying. And everything else just doesn't fit the specs.
Rounders, he's seen Rounders.
I like Rounders. I like Rounders a lot.
That's a shame.
Come on, guys, dig deep. I want to.
Oh my god! What about Grumpy Old Men?
Grumpy Old Men could be interesting. Grumpy Old Men might be up his alley a little bit. That might be that. It's so dry that might be.
It's like a movie his dad would enjoy.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he might enjoy it.
Grumpy Old Men, maybe Burgess Meredith.
My dad also liked
Walter Matthau.
Raging Bull, though, and I hated Raging Bull.
Oh, tell your dad Raging Bull is like my number 2 or number 1 personal favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, we go back and forth on that all the time.
Black and white. Have you ever watched Silver Linings Playbook?
Great movie.
See, this is the problem. We got to start etching down what he's seen.
All right, so go with Grumpy Old Men. I think that would be good.
Yeah, we're gonna pivot here, Bob. We're going to a comedy, Grumpy Old Men.
Okay, and you both feel good about it?
The other one I wanted to tell him, it's a
I don't know what I feel good about.
Mikey P don't love it.
Back to the Future, I think, is a movie he needs to watch as well, but I just don't know at this point. It's like,
no, he'll poo-poo it. He'll
Grumpy
be like,
Old
Men. They're traveling back in time. I mean, come on. This isn't possible. You guys are wasting my time.
Bob, at the very least, at least your movie knowledge is starting to slowly grow with this segment.
Yeah, and you know what, Joe? That was the goal of it. That really was. That was the goal.
I just think you rate movies harder than any. Like your scale of success. You said you liked fucking My Cousin Vinny, and you gave it a 6 out of 10.
That's a tough score.
Like, by the way, I don't understand what you're looking for, Bob.
I want like a
blow you out of your socks.
I want like a Pursuit of Happiness, or Good Will Hunting, or make me feel good.
You want like inspirational movies?
Yeah.
Have you seen 7 Pounds with Will Smith?
I think I've seen it at some point, but I don't remember it enough.
7 Pounds with Will Smith.
I don't know it. I never saw it.
Grumpy Old Men.
Well, now he wants inspirational movies.
No, you look. I'm open to There's other movies I like. Wedding Crashers is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I mean, that's a comedy.
All right, so let's go.
How about have you ever seen Old School?
Loved Old School.
Have you seen Into the Wild?
Yes. Like it, don't love it.
What about Braveheart?
No.
Wow, Braveheart's a great movie. But again, I don't know if he could sit through it, bro. I really don't know if he could sit through it. But
I don't know. Something about this Grumpy Old Man I don't feel good about. You guys aren't. Mikey V is not confident at all.
I'm not confident in anything at this point.
I got a movie for you.
Oh, here you go.
Actually, I don't. Never mind.
Oh, that was good. Okay.
Wait, what's the movie? Hold on.
We're gonna have to move on from this segment, though. We're gonna have to because this is it's becoming troublesome.
I think we go with Braveheart.
Okay, go with Braveheart. Braveheart's a classic movie.
It's a classic.
It's a classic movie.
It's a war movie. Mel Gibson, Scotland versus England. This is a historical, like, if you know the background of the significance of the two clashes of these countries, England owned basically Scotland. They were basically living in a land they were not free. Mel Gibson's character tries to claim freedom for his country, and it's some fucking intense war scenes, stuff. It's very inspirational.
That I would be excited about. Let's go with that.
Okay.
We're going.
And the bottom line is, it's more than Grumpy Old Men is whatever. But Braveheart is a classic. At least
we'll see.
I think, Mikey V, if we start just suggesting him classics and he doesn't buy into it, then at least we could say we're suggesting him good movies.
Yeah, I mean, it worst comes to worst with Braveheart. At least I could do a really entertaining pinata farm with Bob in a kilt saying, they may take our lives, but they may never take our freedom. So at the end of the day,
by the way, one of the best lines ever in a movie.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, Braveheart, Bob.
Okay. All right, there we go. I'm okay with that. Let's get into our buy or sell segment, fellas.
Okay.
I'd like to start, if I may.
You may.
This is going to be very unpopular. And it's not to say that I don't like it, but I just think from a tactical standpoint, it's just such a better way to go. I am going to sell steakhouse appetizers. Now, I know everybody likes to start with like a wedge or whatnot. I went to a steakhouse the other day. If you play your cards right with the steak and the steak is so good, you don't need the appetizers, especially with how key sides are by the time the entree comes, to where I find a lot of times when I'm at a steakhouse, I do go heavy on the appetizers, as a lot of people would, but by the time the steak comes out, you can't really enjoy the steak and the sides as much because you're somewhat full, to where I think the better play is really do it right. You're already paying top dollar on the steak. Do the sides right. Do the steak right. And it's such a more enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
And I know it's unpopular.
Here's the issue with that, Bob, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break it down to you quite simply. The issue with that is when you don't order appetizers, you don't have a barrier in terms of your wait time to wait for the entree to come. So you could literally be sitting there for 35, 40 minutes, depending on the order of the steak. If somebody in your group orders a medium well steak, that steak's going to take easily 25, 30 minutes to the point where you're sitting there. And if the service isn't fast with drinks reflowing, it can dampen the environment of the dinner setting. Mikey,
Joey D,
am I wrong, or is that?
To me, the whole point of it is to be as hungry as possible for the main event. Now, I get what you're saying, but a lot of times I've noticed if they do the appetizer, you eat the appetizers, and then, you wait 15 minutes, you realize you're somewhat full.
You're telling me if you order for 4 people a dozen oysters, that a few oysters are going to ruin your appetite for a steak?
That's different, though.
I think maybe, Bob, I see where you're taking this, but maybe just like dim down how many appetizers are being ordered. I don't think you need to eradicate the appetizers.
Yeah, I personally can't see myself going to a really good upper echelon steakhouse and not having a wedge salad. I mean, a wedge salad to me is an automatic must-have at any steakhouse. That in addition to some type of raw seafood appetizer, whether it be crab cocktail or that's my favorite.
It's like running onto the field to play a game before
shrimp
the
cocktail, raw bar tower, seafood tower. I mean, that's
like TV. Am I not wrong? It's like running
analogies.
onto the pitch to play a game and you haven't warmed up. You're not ready for that to go.
I mean, to me, the steakhouse dinner is an experience, and I don't want to. I mean, if you're just going straight to the entree, you're missing a nice big portion of the meal.
All I'm saying is that I've noticed what I enjoy, the experience that I've enjoyed the most with the steakhouse is when I just really, do I want the appetizers? Of course I want the appetizers. But when I stay hungry for the main event, I'm able to really get down to business on the stuff that really, really matters. Any of the other appetizers I could do any other time.
So you're saying that if we went to Frankie and Johnny's again, you would tell Nicky Diamonds to hold the oyster Rockefeller?
No, because those oysters saying? Rockefeller are...
You better not be having lunch that day, my friend.
Yeah,
you throw the chicken Caesar wrap for lunch and out the window.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what
I would never get in the way of the Nicky Diamonds order. And then the Frankie and Johnny's is so clutch where it's so good. A lot of times with the appetizers, it doesn't blow you away. Save up for the main event. And I know that's a tough take, and I know I'll get buried for it. That's okay. That's just what I've seen. It's just what I've seen.
Okay. Hey, that's why we're here.
Let's send it over to Joey D. Buy or sell.
I'm selling this week. This guy, by the way, I've tried to back this guy for a while. And what I saw a couple nights ago, I can't back him anymore. He's an absolute clown. Shannon Sharp is, in my books, done. This guy is on the Lakers, sitting courtside, and then somehow has to get himself involved and is smack talking the entire Grizzlies roster, goes back at Ja Morant's dad. The guy's wearing a sweater like it's 50 below inside of the stadium. The guy is absolutely, I've tried to back him up because I used to like watching his show with Skip. This guy has lost the plot. He's trying to stay relevant. He's got terrible takes. I don't watch his show anymore. And to be quite honest, I saw that. I'm selling the hell out of Shannon Sharp. I'm selling it.
Joe, I agree with it wholeheartedly. I really do.
What are we doing here, man?
Any other fan, I know he's an ex-athlete, but the bottom line is at that point, he is a fan.
He's a Hall of Fame athlete.
Other person
would be thrown out.
Would have been thrown out. They would have been. You can't do that. You just can't.
What is he even going at him about? I don't even understand why he's getting at me.
Stupid.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's such shock jock stuff that him and Bayless do. Like they don't even have legitimate takes. Everything is literally done. And that's an FS1 show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great
Okay,
sell.
so FS1, if you notice their guys that they have on there, they're all clowns. Colin Cowherd. All these guys are shock jocks. They don't even say Cowherd half the time. The stuff he says is not even true. He doesn't even give factual information.
Love him, and
he
you know
what?
what?
Be my guy
on the radio, he wasn't terrible, but this is when I'm talking about way back when. But now it's just these guys just say things for shock value, like Skip Bayless saying this week that he would take Tony Pollard over Christian McCaffrey. I love
God.
Tony Pollard. I think he's tremendous. But for him to say that, it's just because he wants people to react to it. And the same with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, and you know what? Bottom line is, I also lost a lot of respect for the Grizzlies. First off, the Grizzlies do talk a lot of shit, and for them even to entertain it, they shouldn't have even done that as well. But Joe's right. You know, you just can't do that.
No.
If anybody else were to do that, you can't do it. Okay, Mikey V, you're buy or sell, sir.
I'm selling also this week. We're all selling. I'm going to sell this. And listen, Dana White is a genius in terms of what he's done with the UFC. He's a genius. You call him a scumbag personally, whatever you want to say about him. He's a genius. This new thing, this slap league, have you seen this? The guys that just slap each other in the face.
Oh,
This is by far, I can't even watch it. It is so barbarically, ignorantly stupid, in my opinion. It is so dumb. You must have the IQ of a penny to watch these idiots. They're not athletes. They're not fighters. They're just total fucking idiots slapping each other back and forth in the face. There's no value to it whatsoever. It's not cool. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's totally ignorant and fucking stupid. I just can't believe that this is actually becoming a thing. And even more so that people are interested in or watching it on a consistent basis. I'm selling the shit out of it. It's so dumb to me. I literally pray for the future of this country if that's the kind of entertainment that we're looking for. Absolute trash.
Trying so hard to get UFC tickets for March, and I actually DM'd them as if I would get a response. Nothing.
Hey.
Nothing. I shot my shot. I wanted
shot.
I have to no avail. Trust me, I have depleted every UFC possible. John Jones is coming back in the car. Me and my dad already
buy the tickets. Aren't they available?
Not yet. We're going pre-sale. It's something out. It's outrageous.
It's got to be insane.
Which I'm willing to do.
If
but
John
really
Jones is on the
card,
it's got to be insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to get 3 tickets, and it's in. I mean,
who's going? You and your dad?
Me, my dad, and my uncle are going. Trying to get tickets. I've been trying to get UFC tickets it's like one of the hardest tickets. And with John Jones coming back, it's going to be tough. So Dana, if you're watching, apologies for Mikey V's
tweet.
It's disgusting. Do better. I mean, listen, you don't need that. You got more money than King Croesus. You don't need to have people slapping each other in the face. It's barbaric. It's against it's not even human what they're doing. It's disgusting.
All right, fellas.
The winner of that thing wins like $5,000. That's like the grand prize is like $5,000.
Is that what it is?
Could you imagine that? Could you fucking imagine that?
Yeah, it was.
Why don't you sign up for fucking prize picks? I'll give you a 5-teamer. You can do that instead of getting slapped in the face. Huh?
The guy's face was reassembled.
Bro,
is it really
disgusting?
$5,000?
He won $5,000.
Yeah, it's Bob.
KFC actually on Barstool put a whole bit about it, Bob. It was.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the whole guy's face was like shifted over like clay.
Bro, it's insane. It's insane.
All right, fellas, let's go ahead and get into our top 5. This is
when am I ordering this Chinese food?
When is he ordering the Chinese food?
I say right after the top 5.
Okay, fair.
I say we do our top 5, and then you put the order in. This is a Joey D special here that you're getting today. Last week with Dorothy DeMar. This week is Joey D. That's Joey DeMar. Cutsy, why don't you tell the folks what we're going to be doing today, and then start off with your top 5.
So today we're doing top 5 artists, musicians, bands, whatever you want to do. If they're a performer, you like them, they're in your wheelhouse, you put them in. I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm going to get body bagged to the tune of the Ryan Clark tweet that Mikey V got on my top 5. And you know what? That's fine, because I'm going to be true to myself. I am going to list my top 5. I know I'm going to get absolutely hosed, but that's okay. That's fine. So I might as well just get right into it. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
I can't wait.
At number 5, I'm going to get body bag right out of the way. Justin Bieber for me is the number 5 pick, okay? I know, listen, to me, this is my top 5 right now that I listen to. The guy is Canadian. He represents the country.
Oh, wow.
Been unbelievable. And you know what? He's done so much for our country, and he's got pretty good music. I listen to his shit consistently. Give me Bieber at 5. At number 4, I'm going to go with, I think, the best rapper of all time, Eminem, at 4. Okay, I'm going to go with Marshall Mathers, You know, guys, you could.
We're not saying anything.
I haven't said a single word.
We did not say a word.
I mean, the look that Bob's
gonna take me a while to get over.
I just murdered half of his whole family. Number 4, Eminem for me. Okay, and number 3 is a pick that I think you'll both actually approve of. Is Queen. Queen at 3.
Great band.
Okay?
Great band.
At number 2, I'm gonna get bodied on this again. This is one I think this guy revolutionized R&B, and I've seen him live in concert.
I know who he's gonna say. Are you ready for the 3 count?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Usher.
Yeah.
Wow.
Usher Raymond at 2. This guy.
Wow. This is really.
I mean, listen, these are your personal
favorites. He's great. We're not bashing.
No,
we're not bashing. But
no, you can bash me, but I'm being honest.
No, I'm not. Bieber in the top 5.
And I'm not listening to
I would take Bieber over Usher.
Really? Okay.
If you ask me like if I like Rolling Stones or this, I like all of that, but I'm not going to put it as my top 5 just to get votes. This is what I listen to consistently. Number 1, another Canadian icon. And this guy is as hot as anybody in the game right now. He's just a stud. I would love to have a night out with this guy. Would be unbelievable.
Got to be Drake.
It's Drake at 1.
The difference that you are going to see between, and hey, look, I ain't knocking Joey D's list at all, but the difference you are going to see in Mikey V, who's up next for our top 5.
I know you guys are going to go with classical ones, and you're going to blow me out of the water.
Look, here's the deal, Joey D.
I'm going to give you exactly what I listen to.
I'm
going to give you exactly what I listen to. Right.
We can't knock you for that. You like what you like, and
yes,
and that's okay.
I feel like Bobby Blockbusters of music right now.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have some people back you up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I bet you do.
Probably.
Okay, Mikey V, take it away.
Number 5, the greatest voice in female history, by my estimation, maybe the greatest voice in general. One of the best national anthems, the best national anthem, of all time at the Super Bowl. Whitney Houston at number 5. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston club bangers, regular songs, love songs. The Bodyguard, Kevin Costner. Whitney Houston, all-time GOAT, period. Singer all time.
I think you listen to Whitney Houston that much.
100%. 100%. I mean, Whitney Houston has club remixes that were. I mean, they were anthms. I mean, literally,
I'm not testing you here by any means. It's going to seem like I am.
Your favorite top 5.
Give me 4 Whitney Houston songs.
I mean, you got "How Will I Know." Have you ever heard that? How will I know? Then you got the song from the you got the song from the
I Will Always Love You.
Right.
Okay.
Doon 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 doon. You never heard the Whitney Houston club remixes, Bob.
But Mikey, can I ask you a question? As bad as my list is, are you doing your 5 favorite artists, or are you?
I have so much Whitney in my.
Fair.
I mean,
I
will
trying to win a top 5.
I mean, my
here,
Whitney. This is my library on my phone. Whitney Houston.
I'm just asking.
You gotta have that dialogue.
Whitney Houston guy.
You gotta have that dialogue. You gotta.
My love is your love. My love is your love. Like you guys don't. I mean, I guess different strokes for different folks. Whitney Houston's 5 for me all day long, bro. Number 4, Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin, banger after banger after banger. Led Zeppelin over the Beatles for me personally, over the Rolling Stones for me personally. I love both of them, considered them both in my top 5, but Led Zeppelin to me, going to California, Kashmir, Led Zeppelin.
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, Stairway is so Stairway. Everyone knows Stairway. I'm more of like a Kashmir guy. They're hard. I mean, that's just me. Led Zeppelin at 4. Probably my personal favorite band of all time. Number 3, Pearl Jam. That's my favorite personal band of all time.
Good.
I think Pearl Jam, for me, staying power. Eddie Vedder, to me, people want to talk about Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. To me, Kurt Cobain could not lace Eddie Vedder's shoes in terms of vocal talent. Eddie Vedder to me is one of the GOATs in terms of vocal talent. I love Eddie Vedder.
Mikey's got such bars, man. He spits some lines that just so easily that just are so good.
I just don't think. I mean, Pearl Jam's still around touring today. Number 2, Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton. This is a guy who's been in many different bands. You know, you're talking about he was in Cream. Eric Clapton could do it all. One of the greatest guitar players, obviously, ever to walk the face of the earth. But this guy has got song after song after song. And I'm talking legit like heaters, like some of his songs. Forever Man, probably my favorite Clapton song. And if you hear the intro to Forever Man, just I want you to just listen to this for 1 second. I know we got places to go and people to see, but just listen to the intro there.
Can't hear a
Bro,
thing.
You can't hear it?
Can't hear a damn thing.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Just the guy is just he's a master. If Derek and the Dominoes, let me ask you something: is there anything more familiar? Is there any opening to any song maybe more familiar than to this song?
Layla.
Tell me if there's not.
Layla's a great song.
You guys ruined it, so yeah, it was Layla, but yeah.
There we go. That we got. Yeah, that we got.
Look at Joey Dog. Go ahead, Joey Dog.
Yeah, go get it now. Go get it now, Dog.
Look at the hair. That's unbelievable. But that is just, it's so iconic. And then number one is the chairman of the board for me, Frank Sinatra. And people may give me shit, and I'm going to come right and get in front of it right now to say Sinatra has to be my one for many reasons. My grandfather, who was basically like a second father, worshipped Sinatra to the point where he would speak of Sinatra as if Sinatra was like a family member. That's the way these people who grew up in the Great Depression from this area of the country felt about, a lot of them felt about Sinatra, being from New Jersey himself. Frank Sinatra, for me, number one, the argument, and I'll get right in front of it, Sinatra did not write his own music. So I'm not saying the guy's the greatest musician or artist of all time. To me, the most important, influential entertainer of my life, Frank Sinatra, number one, every day. Yeah.
I like it. Again, two totally different lists. I'm gonna head over more the Mikey V route. I made a change at 4 that if you guys want me to stick to what I originally had, fine. I don't mind that either. 5, I got Frank Sinatra. I absolutely love Frank. He's just iconic, man. He really, really is. Frank Sinatra at 5. Number 4, I had Queen. I switched to Pearl Jam out of Mikey V's list. If that's allowed, I'd like to keep Pearl Jam. If not, I don't mind going to Queen.
I think the only time we won't allow a change on the list is after you've said it. So I feel as though it's a pro.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Give me Pearl Jam at 4. Number 3, give me Jay-Z. Just another absolute icon, banger after banger after banger. Had Kanye not fallen off the way he did, he's close there, but he just has lost it. Has totally. Jay-Z never has. Give me Jay-Z at 3. Number 2 on neither list. Absolutely love them. Would kill to see them in concert. Red Hot Chili Peppers at number 2. I'm a big Red Hot Chili Peppers guy. The only thing that I've heard about in their concerts, I don't know if it's true or not because I've never been to one, is that they play a lot of their new stuff that they just came out with.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I feel like artists struggle with that. Like the big artists, it's hard for them to come out with new music because people always want to hear their bangers that they have, that like people almost get upset if they do, new music. A guy who's very cognizant of that, very, very cognizant at it. My number one,
I know
by
it
a
is.
landslide.
Yeah, it's so clearly.
Let's go on 3, gentlemen. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3.
Billy
Joel. You bet your ass, baby. The Long Island native. Give me Billy Joel all day long. Huge Billy guy. Honorable mention. I got Queen. Joey D. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. I would probably go with. Give me Oasis. Another good band.
That's great, Joe. That is great. Honorable mention for me. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm gonna go with, bro? And one of my biggest regrets in life is not seeing him. I thought he was gonna be around a lot longer than he was, and I'm so mad I didn't get to see him live. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I thought Tom Petty had jam after jam after jam, like top song after top song after top. Give me Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. 100% is my honorable mention.
By the way, his retirement tour is going on now. It went on the last 10 years and it'll go on the next 10 years. Elton John's last concert is coming up this weekend.
Just like the Rolling Stones.
I've never seen, it bothers me because I love Elton John. He almost made my list, but I have never seen somebody milk out a retirement tour longer than Elton John.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
You're not wrong, Bob.
That's
You're
all
not
I got.
wrong. You're not wrong at all.
I heard he's
Fellas.
so old now that he can't even he
No.
kind of shuffles around the stage and he has to sit down halfway through because he can't stand the whole performance.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I look, he's all-time classic, but for a guy that's retiring to then come out with a song with Dua Lipa is one of the crazier things I've ever seen, man. It's crazy. Fellas, let's clap it up. That's a hell of an episode. No.
Order.
Not done.
Yeah.
It's your probably the most obnoxious order of all time. He's got $100 to work with to feed the Fighting Mikey V's. Let's hear this order. Where are we going to be ordering from today, Mike V? Again, this is because he won the top 5 last week that I did not think he won. He won.
Hunan Taste, Montclair, New Jersey.
Okay, here we go. Now put that speaker right up. Now, Joe, don't you trust his order? Like, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a very good order.
I do too.
Egg rolls to start.
All right. Can I get boneless spare ribs? 2 egg rolls. Cold noodles and sesame sauce. House special fried rice, large.
Jesus.
Hand fried dumplings. General Chow's chicken. The Triple Crown.
Oh,
And a vegetable lo mein, small.
what is the Triple Crown?
And that's it.
I think it's a 3 seafood tier, Bob.
Are you?
No, that's okay.
Ask for the
Probably
total.
lobster, shrimp, and crab.
Boneless ribs, 2 egg rolls, cold sesame noodles, large house fried rice, fried dumpling, John sauce chicken, triple crown, and small vegetable lo mein.
That's correct.
How much? What's the total?
The total is 110 and 15 cents. Did John pay now?
Yeah. Can I play with a card, please?
I got to tell you what. That's.
I mean, I tell you what, he had that pretty much dialed in.
Do you know what? He knows that if the order was $140, he knows that I would have just Venmo'd him the $140. I wasn't going to cap it at
He didn't
100.
take advantage of it.
No, he really didn't. He really.
I don't know
didn't.
what we got to ask him what Triple Crown is because that sounded like itself could have been $60.
I thought that was going to be way over. But you know what? He's got the tip. He could take care of the tip to the guy. Mikey V, enjoy your Triple Crown. That does it. That's another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Love you, boys. We'll see you next time.